Hello, hello. Good morning, or good evening if you're in Asia or wherever you are, or good night if you're American and fast asleep. Um,
Just good something.
yeah.
Good day.
Yeah, welcome to the close. Got a bit of a jam-packed day today, haven't we? We've got CPI data, we've got gold currently falling off a cliff, we've got crypto mooning, we've got CZ pardoned, we've got Tesla back from the dead. I think that's everything. I don't know if I've missed anything there.
What else? Obviously, the Trump is meeting. It's confirmed that he's meeting
Yeah,
next week. Is it on the 30th? But every time we get some potentially bullish sentiment in the market, and whilst CZ's pardon, and I have had it on my radar as something that's important for the crypto market as a potential start of fall season.
yeah,
I'm still saying to kick everything off, it's a macro environment thing. It's not limited to crypto.
yeah. I agree.
And every single time there is a bit of positive. It's like Trump giveth with one hand and taketh with the other, because then it's just like, yeah, we're not speaking to Canada anymore. Or we're not going to go and see Mr. Putin anymore. It's just. I still believe with my tinfoil hat, and I am going to make myself a tinfoil hat at some point. Everything, the stars will all align at one time, and then we will be ready for the macro environment.
Yeah,
because we've got Xi Jinping. Obviously, the trade war with China is an ongoing feast, and I do think it would have a massive impact on the market. Ukraine, Russia, I still think it will have an impact.
I think it will, and I think he's
It's
found
the right sentiment for risk on.
Yeah, and I think that's something I think we've seen an interesting development, because he's finally gone after what we all knew was the weak spot of Putin, being
oil.
He gave them two options. He said we can either give Ukraine tomahawks that they're going to fire at your oil, or we just sanction anyone who buys your oil. The latter is probably slightly more effective, but yeah, he's. I think that's rattled Putin this week a little bit, but it's a dangerous game, because I think we've seen oil creep up, and ultimately oil will be the fire that potentially starts an inflationary run again.
But the thing is, it cascades into every single consumable, doesn't it? Whether it's your petrol for your car, whether it's getting on a plane, whether it's food because of the distribution, the transport and distribution costs, and it does manifest. I still think the deal's done. I still think this is all just playing out in public and it will be announced at some point. Again, tinfoil hat. I think it's just theatrics for normal people. But yeah, it's Putin, or it's the Ukraine-Russia war. It's the trade war with China. It is rate cuts next week. The government shutdown. Everything's just going to kind of potentially align in the month of November.
Yeah. Especially as we wrap up into the year. It's been a crazy year, hasn't it? Considering we're nearly at the end. I look back and we've basically had nearly the year of Trump. It's been fairly painful for crypto traders. Been fairly good for gold traders. It's been fairly good for stock traders. Hopefully, next year is better for crypto traders, or at least the end of this year into next.
Crypto traders or crypto investors, two very different things.
Yeah, I think investors is a very. I mean, given the fact of what we've seen price action wise for the last 18 months, I feel for investors.
Yes.
Myself being one. It's not been a fun ride. Traders, yeah, there's a lot of volatility in the market.
It depends what you're doing. I was talking to Blocker about it yesterday. If you're doing anything in crypto, trading wise, other than scalping, you have been killed. Unless you had a crystal ball and you've had swing positions open for shorts since the start of the year on most altcoins, then you're a genius or an insider.
You're wrecked.
But everything else, swing positions, high leverage or leverage positions have been and will continue to get
wiped out.
creamed.
Yeah. It's
And also, I'd say off the back of that, if you've got a pot of money that you're looking to trade, for me, the RR potential on just buying spot, I guarantee there are very few people, if they bought spot now and sold in 6 months, that their returns would be better by trading. Unless it's you, Bruce. But, or George.
Yeah, I've had some good ones. Someone told me actually last week about Orderly. I know that's a project that's on your radar, isn't it, Justin?
Yeah. Did I see that pump today?
Yeah, it's done 50% today. The whack-a-mole continues.
It's just pathetic, isn't it?
It's but it seems to be we've got DEX tokens. That DEX token narrative is back, because I look across the board and the things that are green are, we obviously had Hyperliquid do 10% yesterday. We had Asta do Asta things. We had AV&T, and then Orderly do that. I'm quite bullish. I'll tell you what I did see actually that's that was really, really interesting is, and it's not been confirmed yet, but there's an account on X that seems to be in the know for deals, because they leaked the Echo deal. They leaked a few other deals. Rather cryptic, but it appears that my favorite DEX, Lighter, has closed another round with led by Peter Thiel.
Yep.
So that should be a very interesting one.
So therefore, if DEX tokens are doing it, what about the older DEX tokens? So like the 1 inches, the sushi swaps, the units, because I've just looked at them and they look dead-ish.
Yeah. I think the perp stuff, Jupiter, I think is a really interesting one, because Jupiter sort of sits in that element of both. Although I don't know anyone that trades perps on Jupiter.
No, you know me. I very rarely dabble in crypto trading these days. It's more for shits and giggles than anything. And I have been limiting myself to the 3 most liquid assets for the most part. So Sol, well, I'm not trading XRP unless it's a short. But so it's Bitcoin, ETH, and Solana.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah, it's I did a little bit of shorting. I've not really dabbled too much in Forex, but I know certainly the Swiss franc has been a bit erratic this month. That's more your ball, George, isn't it?
I've not looked at the Swissy for a while, actually.
Yeah, I only say that because I keep my stables in Swiss francs.
What is it doing these days? Let's have a look. I've just been watching Euro for a short whilst.
Oh, we're going to get some more special super signals from George.
Yes. I love
we always have
special
100%
signals.
success rate signals on these streams.
Swiss franc retesting an accumulation zone.
Yeah, I just I need euro to come back up to my entry though, but it's not doing a great deal right now.
Yeah. I stocks for me. We were talking yesterday, George, Justin and I, before we came on. Some of the movement yesterday intraday in stocks was nuts because Tesla started the day 5% down and ended the day 2.5% up. Despite missing earnings.
It's nuts, isn't it?
But that's a prime case, Wiz, when I've had the debate with some people of late about why news is bullshit. I'm sure if you look at the news back in July, I think it was, that was the last earnings, I think it was, the last quarter for Tesla, and it delivered its worst quarter in history. And then it ran up. That was basically the base of this run up. It's where it's done like 50% in the last few months. So that tells you everything you need to know about news. It is absolute horseshit. The chart will go where it needs to.
Yeah. From a crypto perspective, we had a nice bounce. I don't know where you going back to crypto. I know we've not looked at it too much. How do you see today playing out? Obviously, we have CPI data today.
I think we've got CPI and looking. We've also got PMI at 245 as well.
We're spoilt with data, aren't we?
Today's the full of news day, right?
Yeah. What do we have? We've got core CPI month on month, and then flash manufacturing.
So I would personally foresee that we, just looking at the markets in the run up to it, so gold is down, crypto's up, dollar, what are we doing dollar wise? What's the DXY doing? Just sitting there chilling. The DXY looks like it's poised to move soon. I would suggest that there is a high probability that we get some interesting moves. I would imagine that gold probably is front running news and therefore bounces. And subsequently, I would also imagine that we probably see crypto is approaching resistance. So less. That's not rigging.
Here he is. Here he is.
Hey.
Oh my God! I don't even know what you got the Holy Trinity, and then you got this, which is
the four horsemen, isn't it?
The Holy Trinity plus
here.
Holy Trinity plus the tag along.
No, it's the four horsemen, George. You've joined the club.
You're in. Yes. So I would say gold up, Bitcoin, crypto down.
Yeah.
If I was going to guess. And then dollar probably sells off before making a run for the highs. There you go. That's mine. Not financial advice. Oh, who's upset Dave?
Dave's gone.
That was very brief.
Or is he back? I don't know. He's rugging. But because we're basically hanging on for dear life in the bond market. Oh,
yes.
There we are.
I'm back.
Hello, Dave. How are we?
Yeah, I'm fine. All good. All good.
Nice.
Hello, George.
Hey.
Yeah.
I was just kind of stepping in for you because I saw you said you'd be 20 minutes, so I'm just
Stick
Got a
around.
little bit of time
Stick
before I have to
around.
jump off.
Oh,
Stick
stick
around.
around.
We've got a bit of fun. We've got a fun morning of chatting all things.
What does everyone else think? Where are we at? That's my views. What's everyone else thinking?
I'm in a similar camp. I think there's going to be a lot of fuckery today. It just feels like it's been building up to just wick everyone out.
Yes.
I think I don't know. I think we had like the rally yesterday. It felt good, but it didn't feel like it had the strength for that to be it. Yeah, I think we see some down. Friday is always a difficult one as well because you don't really want to be rallying into the weekend. But similarly, if you start dumping on a Friday, you start to get, if you're in positions on a Friday now at 2:00 in the afternoon UK and you see things are going down, it's it's not particularly fun, is it? I think people have PTSD of the wick, but it feels maybe like there is another one to come.
Have we also not got a quad or triple witch in today as well?
I don't think we have a triple, but I think we've got we'll certainly have the options expire.
All right. Yeah.
Unless that's next week, because next week's 31st.
I might be making it up.
I think it
could be just largely talking shite.
usually the last Friday.
How you feeling, Dave, anyway?
The month,
Yeah,
isn't it?
all good.
Look at that. Straight in there.
Just taking some drugs.
Just take the edge off on a Friday morning.
taking some menthol right up the nose.
Oh, I love it. Very good. What are you thinking, Dave? Bullish, bearish? Don't care.
I mean, as far as crypto goes, I don't really care. I'm enjoying
Don't
the
say
speed.
that on Stokesy later, will you?
Well, I mean, for me, it doesn't really matter because I'll still do the analysis and everything. I don't really have much interest in it. I'll be honest. Like in terms of trading it, I am just fully focused on building long-term ETF shorts.
Bearish Dave is here.
That's literally all I'm doing. Is just shorting the S&P, shorting Nvidia, shorting other ETFs, and that's all I'm doing. At the moment, anyway.
It's a big week for Mag 7 next week, isn't it?
Yeah,
I believe it's Apple.
Meta, I think, as well. I think it's on the same day, Apple and Meta.
Yeah, let's have a look. There is an earnings calendar on. Yeah. Plus, obviously, rate cuts. Next week's going to be chaos, isn't it? Oh, it's going to be fun.
Yeah. So what we've got FOMC on Wednesday, I assume. Yeah, 29th.
Yeah, on Wednesday. But I mean, as far as crypto goes, I just can't be bothered with the chop.
What do we have? Apparently, in 30 minutes, we have the interest rate decision for the Central Bank of the Russian Federation. If anyone trades rubles,
I'm not. It's not my first priority right now. I'm not gonna lie.
17% is what they're forecasting it to remain at.
17%.
But how much is a ruble worth in pounds?
I don't know, but the ruble has performed really, really well against the dollar. Obviously, everything's performed really well against the dollar, but the ruble's actually quite an interesting currency. I don't know if there's any pairings to trade on Western exchanges, but
I'm not going to do that. That might get me.
What, so the Russian interest rate's at 17%?
Yeah.
Very reasonable 17%, Dave.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to be getting a mortgage in that, do you?
You probably, to qualify for that interest rate, you probably have to sign up to war or something.
But half the people are, aren't they?
you want a mortgage? Yeah, right. We'll get your boots on.
What do we have? Yeah, so we've got. Let's have a look at next week. What have we got?
We've got. It depends because obviously the government's still shut down, so I don't know today whether it's a one-off, but we've got no other news until FOMC, which will hunt and go ahead because that's not affected by the government. But apart from that, there's no.
Yeah.
Some tentative ones, but obviously until that's reopened. Because the thing is, I was talking. I can't remember who I was talking to yesterday, and they were saying that they don't think that government won't be open until like mid next month, earliest.
It's crazy, isn't it? Imagine if they opened just before Christmas.
When have we got? Again, not going to before we'll have, but when have we got with the budget in the UK?
End of November. I think it's the 28th of November.
Imagine if that coincided.
Ooh. That'll be a really interesting read, though. I mean, obviously, from a UK politics perspective, I think she's going to have to cross one of her red lines, and it's going to be the end of it. We've seen that they've started leaking some stuff out about income tax being on the agenda. That's not going to go down too well.
No. No, they are going to get absolutely striped for it.
Well, they backed themselves into a corner, didn't they? By not being able to. So they've just had to like fiddle around with all the complicated tax stuff.
Yeah.
Is this the tax that they said they weren't going to increase?
Yeah, they're talking about putting a penny across the board, aren't they, on income tax?
Yeah. It don't really do much. Well, I'm sure it does do a lot, but it's gonna. It fundamentally just. It's just gonna say that they're liars, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Big time. What do we have next week? So we've got Microsoft next week. We've got Apple next week. We've got Google next week. We've got Amazon next week. We've got Meta next week. Eli Lilly, Visa, MasterCard, Exxon.
Yeah, Nvidia's late. Nvidia's middle of the month.
Yeah. Yeah. I always find Visa and MasterCard really interesting because they always give you a good gauge on consumer spending.
Yeah, their profit margin's massive as well.
What did Eli Lilly do after they put the prices of fat jabs up?
I don't know, but I'll tell you the one that I'm watching out for. I think is it the report at some point soon. Novo Nordisk, because I think they're. I don't want to give financial advice on here, but I think they're pretty good. I'm long on Novo Nordisk. I thought the stock was overdone. I don't know if they've reported yet, or whether it's next week. It's not next week. It's coming up soon, but yeah, there seemed to be the big misses. Obviously, this week were Tesla and Netflix. But some of the others, IBM beat their earnings and then got hammered.
Well, Intel's flying along as well, aren't they?
Yeah, Intel beat their earnings massively, didn't they?
Yeah.
They were estimated to make 2 cents earnings per share, and they reported 23 cents earnings per share.
Yeah.
Just a surprise of 1,200%. I'm sure the White House had no prior knowledge of that performance before they bought their stake. Yeah,
it's definitely we're in a new age, aren't we, of how the governments are looking to hedge their bets, or the US elite are kind of changing it going on.
Yeah, well, it's printing money to buy assets, isn't it? At this point now, he's just using it as a way to.
Well, it's a deflationary hedge against any debasement of currency. It just kind of hedges against that, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, if they were buying the quantum stocks, they'd have been better off buying the quantum stocks last year before they all did a 50x.
They might have done. You never know.
Yeah, they should have just gone long when stonks went green on them.
So what's the views, everyone, of the obviously one of the wise men foresee the CZ thing a couple of weeks ago. What's the general views on that?
I mean, I'm not surprised you called it, and I quite like the victory lap. Yeah, I mean,
Well, the Euro Millions is on tonight. I was wondering if you could pick my numbers for me.
Oh dear.
Yeah, yeah, I think it's an interesting. I think we were speaking before we came on. It now opens the door to Binance extending their presence in the US, which is interesting, given the fact that obviously we saw Binance's, or at least Binance's perceived behavior a couple of weeks ago.
Well, what's also interesting is not that he's won for doing sort of like save these tweets kind of thing. And we also spoke about the $500,000 to $1 million Bitcoin for this cycle.
Yeah.
He's now in the position to go, US Fed, buy 2 million Bitcoin.
Yeah.
That might send it. Probably more than when Dave starts hitting the buy button. But
yeah, I'd say the Federal Reserves have slightly deeper pockets than Dave.
What do you think, Dave?
Just a little bit. Yeah, I mean, they're definitely going to do the other two as well. They're definitely going to do SBF at least anyway. I don't know what's going on with Do Kwon. I haven't really seen where the case is up to, but they're definitely going to do SBF. I mean, SBF is supposedly got someone tweeting from his account. It's definitely just him. Apparently, it's one of his friends. It's definitely just him. They're lining it up because it's just pure crime in it. Like they literally have. If they get the three of them together, that is like just the perfect concoction for just max extraction.
The thing with SBF though is like Trump holds a grudge, and SBF backed the wrong horse in the race.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think SBF was just kind of just the face of the thing. To be honest, I think it runs up probably a lot deeper than you think, because it literally just exploded out of nowhere onto the thing. Someone gave him all the backing that he needed, and someone gave him all the tools that he needed, because it was just bang, just out of nowhere, suddenly overnight, FTX just appeared out of nowhere. So, yeah, I don't. I mean,
I think to be fair, it's worked out quite well for some people, because obviously there's a lot of people that bought the distressed assets very, very, very cheap. If you think the people who are getting reimbursed on a fraction of what their assets were worth back when the exchange went down, I mean, their whole of Solana was massive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was their biggest holding, wasn't it?
Yeah, and that was never liquidated. That was just held.
Yeah.
I remember when that all came out, and it was like, oh my god! I'm sure Solana was like $30 at the time or something like that. And we're going to start selling it, and everyone was like, oh, in retail, it's going to crash, and then just 10x from there. In a few months, it's
you got an entity that, because I think it was something stupid like 10% as well of the circulating supply of Solana they had. It's crazy.
Sorry, Dave, I jumped in over you then.
No. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting to see what happens next, because they're probably going to really start ramping up Binance US again now, because they never really focused on that since obviously all that happened. I would be surprised if you don't see Binance US really starting to try and eat Coinbase soon.
I thought Brian Armstrong and Coinbase were like part of the integral part of the eco, or what they're trying to do crypto-wise. Because obviously, clearly, as foreseen by the wise men, stables, etc., are going to be utilised as a weapon against the ever-increasing debt in the US. And that's definitely going to happen. And I think that's their way out of it, or at least as a hedge against it. So even if they could go, right, we're going to hold the line at 38 trillion, great. But if you could start selling that or reducing that now, the amount of money that they would save every single year in just interest payments would be biblical. But yeah, it's really, really, really interesting. And then you will like this as well, Dave. I got tipped the wink earlier that we may see in the next 5 to 10 years 10,000 to 30,000 an ounce for gold.
What? Say that again.
10,000 to 30,000 for the price of gold. Someone did say, we laughed the other week at the
16,000?
Your guy was conservative with his estimate.
16,000?
But I was saying to Weez off stream, man, that you think if that gets somewhere like, say, 20 trillion, that's 5x from here, right? That's then 150 trillion, which is basically the current price of, or current market cap of the global bond market. So if we're saying that the way stuff is done, and we're almost going back to a gold standard, and in addition to Bitcoin standard, you can see these assets just if you're just rotating that capital and just changing the basis of how financing is done, or at least backstops, gold and Bitcoin could go biblical. As foreseen by Dave.
Yeah.
He broke it here first.
Oh, yeah. And then you'd have silver going to probably at least about $300.
Yeah.
Platinum, palladium, all of it.
What does the world look like in a world of gold? $16,000.
It would be interesting. I'll tell you what I have seen as well. That's another thing to put in the mix for next week. After market on Thursday next week, we have the earnings report of MSTR. Obviously, they have no earnings.
No. Peak stays interested.
But
they literally make no money.
Yeah, well, it's a bit nuts. Like I was looking on TradingView, and they have the analyst projections.
Yeah,
some of the analyst forecasts are, I don't know, it feels a bit wild. So the highest price target for 12 months that's been placed on it is $705.
And what are we at the moment?
284.
So that's a 2.5x, right?
Yeah.
So what's 2.5x Bitcoin from here? That's 250 grand, which is at the top of where we was.
That's the model.
That's where I'm kind of thinking the cycle will be personally. So maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. And then what about the whole, did you see the debate that's going to be, is it Peter Schiff?
Peter Schiff and CZ.
Yeah. And then I saw a poll this morning saying who should be the moderator. Had like Joe Rogan, Jim Cramer, Elon Musk.
It'll be Thread Guy. Guy will be doing. I would assume anyway. He's just done them both, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Or
Kobe.
Yeah, maybe they do it on. Oh, imagine if they did it on up. That would be good.
Yeah, that would be.
I
That would be
actually think it's quite good what Shift's planning to do, to be honest. It's just obviously whether you trust a third party to obviously custody it, but you would imagine that they'd have to be regulated to issue that.
Was
But-
that the tokenization of?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is, what I will say again, just on the crypto narrative, you listen to Larry Fink, or whatever. There's so much talk now about just tokenization of real world assets, and I can, which is only good for, again, we've discussed this about the blockchain side of things, that things are just gonna probably keep manifesting and transitioning over to blockchain.
Yeah, it's bringing it into that sphere. But God, the rally yesterday was interesting.
I'll tell you who else has been quiet for a while. On the political spectrum, this is Mr. Musk. Has been very, very, apart from him having a little pop the other day at the head of NASA.
Yeah. As you do.
Which is, you know what I saw the other day as well? I think something like 90 or 98% of all space stuff globally or payloads going into space is done by SpaceX.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the definition of a monopoly, right?
Yeah. So I'll tell you what article I did actually see that was quite interesting on Bloomberg. Is it was talking about altcoin underperformance against Bitcoin. And a lot of it is driven by South Korea, because South Korea used to really be the big driver for the altcoin market. Historically, South Korea crypto traders have shown a penchant for altcoins, which in the past have accounted for more than 80% of the trading activity on the exchanges. It's now down to around 50%. There is just that lack of altcoins, and we saw it. I think you had the initial bit last year when we saw Bitcoin running and the altcoins weren't as strong.
Yeah.
Wherever we see that altcoin feeling or fever come back,
to me, it's got to be. I still think we're going to go on a biblical run, and I think the market cap will be 10 to 15 trillion as a minimum.
Yeah. Oh, that would be good, wouldn't it?
just chuck it all in sell season. Then we can be the horses.
Yeah, not financial
of sell season. But I still say risk-based assets, excluding Bitcoin from that, but risk-based assets has to be external news-based. Someone rugged whiz there.
I'm back. Sorry, where were we at?
I was just saying that the total market cap of crypto, I believe, will be 10 to 12 trillion. Sorry, and I think altcoins will not have their day in the sun until risk-on narrative for speculative assets happens, and that is a wider market thing.
Yeah, agree.
That's it, Dave, that you just poured yourself.
Yeah, coffee.
Little coffee, like I have to go and get a cup. You kind of bring a whole sort of like vat of coffee with you.
Yeah, well, he's taken his. He's gone off to his little office, haven't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you reckon, George? Been quiet. That means you're either planning a signal for us or.
Yeah, do you want to give us a signal?
He's trading now.
I have got a signal. Yeah, Euro USD is nearly my short entry. I I don't think about all this kind of stuff. A, because I just never have. I've just always looked at charts. And B, I've got Justin, so I just whatever he says goes for me. So yeah, I don't really have any thoughts on it, to be honest. An all season would be nice. I don't think after this cycle we can really compare this cycle with previous cycles because it's just sucked ass for a lot of people.
It's been a slow burner for sure.
Yeah, and I've learned a lot as well. I will probably not buy altcoins next year, and it'll just be Bitcoin and ETH in the bear market, and gold, depending on what it's doing.
The companies outperform. Well, they have done this cycle anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, we talked about for a while, Dave, about big Bitcoin maxes, haven't we?
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
So I think it'll be interesting because obviously what we're saying now with the potential strategic reserve, CZ being part of that stuff, if we're talking about potentially a shift in backstop of currencies or governments or whatever it is around the world, the adoption of Bitcoin just means that it's going to, because you've got that limited supply, it's not like we can just go and dig more up. We're getting really close. So unless there is a shift from people to go have that, do you get the wicked pullbacks like you would normally get on Bitcoin? I'm not talking about altcoins when it comes to the bear market. I don't know. I would. As soon as I get the triggers that I think the stock market's going to crash, I have an idea of when I'm going to start buying Bitcoin again, and then I'll just set up a DCA, because if it's going to be if it's going to be that store of value for the long term, then it's going to have that parabolic run at some point. I know it's obviously, if you look at the chart in general, it's had that parabolic, but you look at the chart of what happened to gold when the ETFs, was it the early 2000s that it launched?
Yeah.
And it went on a massive run.
And it just had that run.
And then you could obviously get that. But I'm sure whatever will happen, it will reveal itself within the next 6 months. But just remember where you heard it all first.
We heard it. We heard it from you.
No, not just me. I'm only one part of the wise man.
Have you started shorting the stock market yet, or not?
Me?
Yes, you.
Not me. No. I'm saying we've got another leg up.
Yeah. That would be nice.
That's fine.
I'm slowly building. Those ETFs, Dave, I have the same ones in both long and short. So if the short have a really good day and I think we see a bounce, I take it out of the short and into the long, and I've just been rotating. And that's been quite nice. But everything's just nuts. Like we spoke about Tesla, gold's going nuts. MSTR is going to $700 apparently. Could you imagine how unbearable Michael Saylor would be with MicroStrategy at $700?
Get him on here.
The man would be just doing pure victory.
Imagine how much. Thing is, he'd fuck himself up, because imagine how much money he'd be borrowing.
Yeah,
he'd be borrowing so much money that he could just never pay back ever.
Yeah, what do you reckon?
And then it would crash again, and then he'd be fucked.
Yeah, because the forecasts on Tom Lee's aren't as aggressive. The max one is $90, which is 80% upside. He'd be even more unbearable. I think if Eve hit $15,000, he would be.
He'd be loving it, wouldn't he?
So what are we now on Eve? We're $4,000, right?
Just shy of, yeah.
Just shy of.
Oh, signal talk coming out now.
So what would we say? If we said Forex from here, that puts you at $2 trillion market cap.
Yeah. Yeah, $2 trillion.
Not that I pay much attention to it, but the fear greed index is very low at 32 at the moment.
What's crude doing? Yeah, everything's just really. I don't know. I need to find something fun to trade. I've not really been. Altcoins just aren't appealing. Apart from obviously the stupid moves on stuff.
Hype and Pump had a good move yesterday, didn't they?
Yeah, I sent to Justin DEX tokens in general because the other one that I had a 2x long on for a while was Orderly, and that did a 50% pump. But someone advised me to buy that, or not advised. They can't give advice, but someone strongly suggested I should get that because they're doing buybacks.
Anything with good revenue in it.
Yeah,
anything with good revenue. Obviously,
Yeah.
Pump and Hype are the flagship for that.
Yeah, well, it's that sort of DEX narrative that we're in. Obviously, I saw Pacifica are doing a big push. That's the one that's built by the FTX team.
Yeah.
That's the one we talked about the other week, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That no one had heard of.
Yeah, Pacifica. And then obviously Lighter. Dave, I was saying to Justin before we came on, there's an account that like leaks deal flow, and they've been bang on. They called the Kobe deal. They called all of that. They put in a cryptic one to say that Lighter had done a fundraising round with Peter Thiel's Founders Fund.
All right.
Which I believe their previous crypto projects were Uniswap, and some other ones. So that's an interesting one.
Did it say how much? How much?
Yeah, I think it was done a while ago because the FDV, I think they raised that was 1.5 billion, which feels really low.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can trade gold on there now. They've added gold, not the PAX G shit. The I think it's like Oracle's gold.
What's because obviously you've got Tether gold as well, haven't you?
Yeah.
Is that actually backed by physical gold or not?
I think Tether say it is, but do you hear much from
Is
Tether?
it loosely based on facts there?
Yeah, I know that they do have some gold reserves, Tether. Yeah, you've not really heard much about Tether's compliance recently. It seems to have just sort of fallen by the wayside a little bit.
Yeah,
No, they had struck a deal to actually get properly audited by one of the big four.
Oh.
But I don't know which one it was or when that was.
Interesting. Well, there's been that was one of the interesting things about this gold rally is that it's more driven by the physical demand for it rather than any sort of ETF or derivatives, which obviously indicates that central banks buying it up for physical delivery.
it just seems like the gold side. It's the Chinese have been hoovering up. I think the Russians as well have been buying it.
Yeah. I think the Middle East is buying it up as well. Because I think going back to obviously some of the US actions following the Russian invasion, where they were seizing some of the dollars and the treasury bonds, I think that rang some alarm bells that perhaps these aren't as strong or as dependable. It's almost as well, I think, with Trump putting his leverage on. if China can basically get itself fully into gold and out of the dollar, the US doesn't really have a huge amount of strength over them. If China can just say, we'll dump all of our dollars and crash your currency.
It would be quite interesting as well is if they know something about the US's gold actually not really being there anymore too, because that went very quiet, didn't it?
That did go very quiet.
Yeah.
You remember that Musk was so vocal, wasn't he? Oh, well, we need to audit it, and then literally just nothing.
Nothing.
Radio silence, nothing said ever again. So it's quite interesting if they've got wind that most of it or some of it or whatever is not there anymore, and they're like, well, the US has got no gold, so let's buy it all up.
Yeah. Or what if the US was selling it?
Yeah. Yeah. Because that went very quiet, didn't it? Even Trump said, "Oh, we're going to go into Fort Knox and stuff like that." And because it's interesting, why will they not do it? Because obviously they can rebalance it then on the balance sheet, can't they? Because obviously it's tailored to.
Yeah, because it opens up headroom.
It's what is it valued at? Like a couple $100 or something on.
Yeah.
When obviously they could rejig it to the actual price.
I'm sure when it was something like $1 trillion or $2 trillion of value that it would gain. And I'm sure that it will be at some point, but I think that's a rainy day when everything else comes together.
Yeah. Yeah, UK budget November 26th.
Very funny as well. Looking at the futures on S&P right now, literally,
it's climbing, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's gonna open at a new high, almost.
Well, I'm looking at the futures more just off the high at the moment.
Yeah,
but I think we stay in the range. And so if you look at where it's currently at, shall I chuck my screen on a second?
Yeah.
I think we've done this on. Let me know when it's. Am I on? Is it working?
Yeah, here we are.
Yeah, if you look here, I drew this the other day. So if you're saying that we could do this, which would also coincide with probably, as we're saying, that Bitcoins or crypto might sell off this afternoon. Yeah, but quite funny. Or seen.
Yeah, nice little grab.
Yeah. It would be nice.
I hope we do sell off today. That would be nice. I've just gone short. If you'd like a signal.
On what?
I'm short in ape.
Ape?
If you ape on the daily. So that would be very nice to sell off this afternoon.
I even got that.
I haven't heard anything about ape in ages.
Ape chain.
Yeah, it's the Bored Ape Yacht Club one.
Yeah. What's triggered this? Oh, that. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Literally exactly where I'm looking now. Those daily candles from April and May. Right, sat in that zone now, so I just thought worth a short, not financial advice, but we always like to provide at least one stream signal, don't we?
Yes, sir. Very nice.
I'd say it's potentially got a tiny bit of upside, but not much.
See, mine's a bit. So if you look the just-in zone, shall we say, between the daily candles from the 21st of April and 20th of April to the 6th of May and 7th of May, that's what I have as being where we're inside now.
Yeah.
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 But you've got this little gap here that looks like we haven't gained that on the daily. I mean, it's a strong push, isn't it? What the hell have I just done there? 23% in the day. It's obviously a lot. I would say somewhere in the red box.
Yeah.
Would be my guess. And if there was a specific candle, that wick there. Not financial advice. But if you do win, I was saying that between that candle there and that candle there.
Yeah. I see exactly that.
So if you do want, this is going to go up a bit more, I'd say. So I would say between 48.489 and 0.493.
Yeah.
If you do win, anyone that's followed this lovely signal, please deposit Bitcoin into the following address.
How much Bitcoin, sir? Just a couple.
There you go.
Yeah, that's an interesting spot.
Yeah. And then I would be TPing minimum there. Probably doesn't need to come down any lower than between there and there. It's probably where I would TP. There you go. Right.
Lovely signals.
Yes. Not signals, sir. We don't give signals here. We just give
Spiritual guidance.
Yes, we give numbers on a screen that are of interest.
Yes.
I'll tell you what, Wiz, did you do any daily expiry options for Tesla yesterday when it dumped on open?
No, but I saw some people that did, and it was nuts.
I was just looking at it then, and that was quite the reversal, wasn't it?
Yeah. I saw some people do weekly options for the quantum stocks, and we're doing stupid percentage. I bought the only earnings play I did yesterday was I did $13 Ford options, Ford calls for this that expire today. Because Ford had results, and they are currently $12.78. So if we get a nice push up on Ford Motor Group, then I might be able to buy a new car. No, I didn't play it that heavily, but I'll tell you what has done well, Dave, that we were chatting about. That I bought some more of. Do you remember we talked about Hype D?
Yes. Yeah, because Hype had a good day yesterday, didn't it?
Yeah. Hype D is up to $8.27 now.
Yeah, it's a nice volatile one. That
it is just like pure. I mean, all the oil stocks that I had in my portfolio did quite well yesterday. Obviously, on the back of oil. I just want some crypto volatility, man. I just want to see like.
What you wish for.
Yeah, I just want to see chaos candles.
I'll tell you one that I did speak to you guys about the other day that's getting very close to the zone that I was interested in was, do you remember when we were talking about, is it Mantra?
OM, yeah.
Yeah. That's decent RR.
Yeah. Yeah, I took you up on that when you sent it. But I've not looked at it since. But yeah, that's apart from that, everything's just I don't know what's up big. Justin Sun's exchange. Dave's favourite boss is up. That thing has
You
been.
still got that on your ticket on your what?
Yeah, it's on the micro caps. I'm pretty sure it's the market cap on it now is just minuscule.
It must be. No one's buying that, surely.
I heard he's going to make a comeback.
He'll end up going on something, him, won't he?
Yeah, he's got like Love Island or something written all over him.
He'll end up going on something for sure.
I'm a celebrity. I wonder if there's a poly market for what he'll appear on.
I wonder if is there a poly market for that, because there is actually someone that I think is going on it. I don't think it's been confirmed yet.
It's not you, is it, Dave?
No, I'd love to go. I would honestly love to go on something like that.
What's the one you won the other day, didn't you, when we was on stream and you done the poly market daily, or whatever it was going to close that day for?
I closed it before it actually come to.
I did well on that one.
Yeah.
But then I had one yesterday that was nuts. That I was pretty much like trying to smash my computer because I had Bitcoin. It was one of the hourly ones, and it was Bitcoin to finish under 110,000, and it pushed up above to 10,700 and whatnot. And I bought them at 3 cents. 2 minutes past 10, 2 minutes past the hour, it was down at 109,400.
Oh, no.
I was like, oh, you bastard. But yeah, altcoins just seem to, everything just feels really flat. There's not really any pumps up. Pumps up. World Liberty Finance was up yesterday. There's a surprise.
Virtual's up quite a bit as well.
Yeah, I'll tell you what it did do. I think we've mentioned it. AVNT. I'm long on that, so that's quite good. That was one that we mentioned. We mentioned on Wednesday, wasn't it, George?
Yeah.
Apart from that, everything else, like Zcash is. I don't know how I feel about Zcash because I can sort of see a base case for people moving from Bitcoin into Zcash. Or
I traded Zcash quite a lot last year before, I think.
Yeah.
And then people started laughing at me for trading it. I actually didn't realise just how much of a dinosaur coin the thing actually was.
Yeah.
But it's always performed pretty well. Euro's getting there, mate. Do you want stream signal?
Yep. I'm always happy for one of those.
Have you seen that Co-AI has done like a Forex again since Monday?
Oh, don't. There's a guy that I do, that Dr. Crypto, lovely guy. He just, whenever it's down, he apes the shit out of it.
Yeah,
and the guy has just printed unholy on it repeatedly for the last 3 weeks. It was nuts.
$5 on Monday and Tuesday, and now it's at 18. It's literally just put it in like near the same as what NYX did, where it just keeps swinging massively down and up.
Well, the funding rates on it, I imagine, are still pretty big, aren't they?
I don't know. NYX has actually settled quite a bit, though. Have you seen it on a daily? It's actually leveled off pretty well.
Yeah, I was looking at that because it feels like that's just got something that'll you'll just see that one day in your watch list with 40% next to it again.
Yeah.
There's not really any altcoins that get me excited, to be honest. KuCoins has taken a bit of a battering. That EVA, that thing that did about 100% in a day. It's just, you just have to. The issue is altcoins now are pretty much like what meme coins were, when you basically just have to constantly be looking at them.
Someone just mentioned this in the chat, Supra. Looks like it rugged last year and it's never done anything. But I don't. Anyone ever heard of this one?
No, never.
No.
Supra.
Bag of dicks.
This rings a bell.
I've heard of it. I've never traded it.
No.
Wormhole is similar.
I've not even looked. I'll flick through my list now.
What's TRB doing these days?
TRB. Now that is a bad
Ooh.
shit.
This is an old chart.
TRB.
We were looking at that on stream.
Yeah, Dave likes this one.
That one will scam again at some point.
But well, looks like XRP is.
I'll tell you what does look good on the daily or at weekly. Sorry, shall I say is Algo. Good project in general, but that looks pretty decent. Not financial advice. That actually looks like it's behind.
Yeah, it looks pretty decent, to be fair.
That wick.
It's just every chart I go on and see this. It's just
That wick
awful.
is horrible.
Yeah. So I would say, I mean, there's a beautiful distribution channel starting 18th July. So I would look for the liquidation. So I've got support level at 0.162. I would consider. Again, not financial advice, spiritual guidance. We've done eight, haven't we? Aptos is fully fucked.
Was this? Do you that god awful wick the other week? Right? Is that the liquidation, or do you still expect?
If that's not a liquidation, George, I might give up.
There's so many people that are like just ignoring it because it just looks so ugly, and people are just not considering it with price action. I think Wiz was mentioning that some exchanges were changing the
There's some charts there's some charts that have been edited.
Yeah, Binance edited the Atom one.
I'll tell you what had a lot of scammy kind of movement on it. Did you see another Dino coin, Bell?
Someone mentioned that.
What a load of cock that is. Another signal, I like BNB at 1,045.
1,000. What is it now? 1,000. Yeah, that had a good pump yesterday. 4 did quite well yesterday. I'm keeping my eye on 4. I should have bought some of that when it come back down before yesterday, but.
What was your price, Justin? BNB?
1,045.
Nice.
But alls just look like a complete bag of dicks, basically.
What about Polkadot?
I'll tell you where else to bid, Wiz.
Go on.
Our favourite mooing.
Okay.
Look at 20 cents on that. Retest of the support from April.
Okay. I bought some of that in the liquidation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see exactly where you're looking at.
Good.
Yeah. That's actually falling into quite a nice area.
Beautiful area.
Yeah.
I'll tell you another one that's close to gaining support. That's probably a safe entry if it gets above. Is ENA at 49.5 cents. I know we're not giving signals, but
ENA.
Another one at a good accumulation level is Ethereum Classic.
Do people still trade that?
I've got no idea. You asked me to flick through some more.
I'm not complaining.
We're a ways from it, but at 12.5 cents H bar. Hyperliquid at $34.
Yeah, I'm long on hype from 33 this run.
IMX is at a nice level.
I don't know when I did this Sui chart, but this is nice, isn't it?
I'll tell you another one, Dave, that we spoke about a few months ago. Have a look at Jasmine.
Jasmine was good yesterday, weren't it? I saw it on my watch list.
I would say Jasmine, anything from below in and around the wick from the 7th of April, around that area is a good buy. KDA, don't touch.
KDA is horrendous.
KDA has got Justin Sun written all over him. Written all over it, I'm telling you.
We're not there, but if we drop down $77 on Litecoin, so look at the state of like tickers like Mover. Remember that one?
Oh,
MOVR.
yeah.
Yeah. That was the kind of sister company to Moonbeam.
I've got another one for you. Near Protocol,
Yeah.
$1.97. We've done OM, I've already told you that one. Ondo, 60 cents. So many signals.
You guys have thoughts on EHEX and Richard Hart projects?
That will go end of cycle. Ordinals, $3.75. People's at a decent level as well.
You boys just writing these down?
I'm just putting orders in right now. I'm not even writing them down.
I don't know what the hell it is and why I have the chart for it, but RSR.
RSR?
Yeah. Have a look at 0.005.
What about FET?
Fucked.
Yeah. That looks properly dead, doesn't it?
At the moment, definitely FET. I really, really like, again, the level that we're coming to at 18 cents on SAY.
Yeah, you don't hear much about SAY anymore. But it's obviously it's a well-backed.
You were a SAY maxi at one point.
Yeah, it's a well-backed project. I do still have a bag.
When's Celine Dion going to the freaking
2.23 on SUI.
2.23.
So it gets back down there. Teo at 363. Another one of Dave's favourites. $1.98 on Tom.
God, that thing's been so crushed, hasn't it?
Yeah, he got fucked.
If it gets there, and this is another good one for you, it's quite a ways away, but look at around about 28 cents on Tron, 28.2.
Yeah, Justin Sun's got to have some fun at some point.
Look at this stuff. We're looking at things like Vanry and stuff like that.
Oh, that's
I've got another one for you. I really like this one. So at 0.007 Velo, whatever you want to call it.
you think anything you buy now is favourable? Returns are nuts currently. Yeah.
It is. Now, bear in mind, the ones that I have mentioned, they are support levels. There are many other alts that are not at support and I'm only flicking through the weekly. Right, that's all coins. Hold on, let's quickly flick through. Crap. Could look at Turbo soon. 2.27. Doge at 17 cents. Fart coins currently in a nice area if it holds on the weekly.
Yeah, that thing's had the air come out of it a little bit.
Hey! Literally got a couple more. Pengu.
Yeah.
0.014. Quite a ways away, but worth a look. Right, that's it. That is all the signals you're getting.
Yeah.
Is that enough? Can't make it much easier for you.
Yeah. Gosh. E-Gold's been battered down, hasn't it?
Yes.
What is it at?
$9.78.
Do you know what? Honestly, right, I've had that charted out for probably the best part of a year.
Mm.
Down there.
Nuts.
That $7 to $9 range.
All-time low in the wick of $3.66.
Because if you go all the way back to the left, it's just come back to the starting point that it was at in 2020 before it took off.
I don't think it's got legs in it again, though.
No.
I don't know anyone that uses it.
It's a shame. If it was in the right hands, then if it was in the hands of like the Solana team or whatever, it would actually be decent.
Yeah. Well, I've got a little thing that has come to an area of interest.
Go on, please.
Brett.
Yeah, I was just looking at the meme. Let me see if I can. What chart are you on for Brett?
Zybit.
Don't always get far enough back.
Yeah, that does actually look quite good.
Because it has held the weekly from March.
Yeah.
It just doesn't look like it's formed a base for me yet.
No.
That's the problem. That's why I flicked straight through it. As a bounce trade, potentially. But
I am going to jump off, guys. I think me and Wes are back on at 3.
Yes, I'm going to go for a run in the sunshine before a busy afternoon, hopefully make some money. I don't trade much on Fridays anyway, so it's,
will you
be careful today because
will you run past my house, please, wearing nothing but very short lycra pants?
And will you film it, please, George?
I'll put my wizard outfit on as well.
We're on a different stream now.
I will send you the Ring doorbell footage, Dave.
Oh, could you imagine?
Oh, I'm going to have some fun tonight.
Dave would love that. I tell you what.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're horrible.
Pump looks like an interesting potential short. I might actually take a short on Pump.
Go on, do it.
Go on then. I'm going to live a little.
Go on.
Are we all taking it? Are we all taking the stream signal?
Go on, do it.
It's coming to an area of interest. There's some stuff that's bad.
Can you trade this on Bybit?
Pump should be able to.
That's a horrible.
Doesn't come up on TradingView.
You seen the chart for Rect? I should have sold more of my Rect. I did so well on it, and I've round tripped a lot of it now.
The ticker on Bybit is Pump Fun
Mm.
for some strange reason.
Anyway, gents, I'm gonna.
No.
It's
wrap
been
up.
a lovely affair, as always. Have
Yeah.
a lovely weekend.
Thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in.
Been.
I hope you've enjoyed listening to four people who are all sick of crypto ramble on about crypto. You've had some signals. You've had some
Spiritual guidance was not signals.
Yeah, spiritual guidance. Numerology suggestions. But yeah, take care, and we'll see you all